Okay. Now, this that I'm going to give you the idea about articulation of all sounds. As I told you that there are categories of sound systems, and there are the categories of articulation, and they should be systematically studied. I told you how the words like pat and bat are different. They should be studied in terms of the phonemes. Whenever you start studying the set of phonemes, you have to understand its categories. Vowel sounds and consonants. Vowel sounds and consonant sounds are two sets of phonemes. Vowel sounds are all voiced. Maybe single A or combination of two vowel sounds A, which is called diphthongs, or of three vowel sounds called triphthongs like ue. Okay, so all the vowel sounds are voiced sounds. Remember, whenever you try to identify whether they are voiced or unvoiced, you find that all the vowel sounds are voiced sounds. Consonant sounds may be voiced or unvoiced based on their nature and the way they are being articulated. Okay, so with this basic understanding of what are the categories of consonant sounds or vowel sounds, or what are the categories of the set of phonemes, we have to go to understand the articulation of vowel sounds. Basically, there are three important vowel sounds: front vowel sounds, central vowel sounds, and back vowel sounds. Front vowel sounds like E, I, A. These are the front vowel sounds. E, I, A. These are the front vowel sounds. As I categorize the front vowel system, you can categorize central vowel system like and is there center, and central vowel system I'm telling you is having only mid center vowel sounds and For example, heard, H-U-R-T, heard can be the sound in between the h and t is not the sound. Is a longer sound, okay, which is called the central vowel sound, and if you categorize, then it will be mid center vowel sound. In the same way, we have back vowel sounds, which can be categorized as o, and o. Right? These five are the back vowel sounds. Back vowel is again categorized into the close and the mid and the open. For example, close back is and mid back is o, right? And open is a and o, right? For example, for example, the word is food, right? So in between the f and the sound is there, and book, b and k, in between b and k, there is a sound is there. So and can be exemplified with these two words like food and book. O sound is there. For example, THOUGST, you pronounce as thought, but it is thought. THOUGST, thought. O sound is there. Okay, and in the same way, similar words are there like drought. Okay, bought. Okay, these words are made up of O. Mid back vowel sound. Open back vowel sounds off and off. Card, C-A-R-T, card. So in between k and t, there is a longer a sound, okay, which not letting to pronounce you ro sound, and it becomes cart sound. Cart. The word is being pronounced as cart, C-A-R-T. In the same way, similar words are part, P-A-R-T. Okay, part. So per and in between per and there is a back vowel sound. Ah sound is there. In the same way, op sound is pot, cot and pot, hot, lot. Okay, these words are made up of back vowel sounds, op sound. Right. So see, maybe that whoever is listening to me. Hence, you can see this figure and can understand that there are three kinds of vowel sounds: front, center, back. Front has closed, middle, and open sound. Center has mid sounds, and back vowel sounds also has closed, mid, and open sounds. These are the words which are made up of the sound system which I have told you earlier in the previous slide. Short vowels and long vowels. These are two another distinctive features of the vowel sounds. Each front and back can be subdivided into the parts, or say into the kinds of vowel systems like short and long, and the words which are named out of the short vowel system is or are pit, it, wet, end, cat, apple, run, up, hot, opposite, put, wood, a girl, daughter, happy, cozy, influence, annual, right? And with the help of long vowels, E, R, O, U, O. These are the long vowel sounds. And out of these long vowel sounds, the words may be created respectively: see, eat, with the R sound, part, arm, with the O sound, saw, always, with the U sound, to, you, with the sound, her, early, heard, etc. Diphthongs are known as the single sound made up of two sounds. For example, a, I, oi, au, au, ear, air, oor. These are the sounds which are made up of two vowel sound system. If you see that short vowels I, a, o, u, u, right? U, I, So see, if you are conscious of these categories, you will be able to pronounce the word exactly. For example, if you try to pronounce the word pen, and if you speak like this, give me pain and give me pen, both are being pronounced by people. Pain means, it is different from pen, P-E-N. Pain, P-A-I-N. Both the words are different. Okay, and their pronunciations are also different. But generally we miss this distinction and we use it at that way and people laugh. So pen and pain, both the terms are different, pronunciations are different, yet we do not identify the way they are being pronounced correctly. Right. This is the reason why phonetics is being taught to you and you are being trained with phonetics, so that you can understand the value and importance of each and every sound, not the word only, sound, the minimal unit of the sound system. So there are the short vowels, there are the long vowels, and there are the diphthongs. You should understand these differential studies of sound systems of vowels. Vowel sounds can be categorized into front, can be categorized as center, and can be categorized also as back. You can number them, that they are 12 vowel sound systems. Now we have diphthongs. 8 diphthongs are there: a, I, oi, au, au, ear, air, oor. So these words are very important to you to understand. A, I, oi, au, au, ear, air, oor. A, I, oi, au, au, ear, oor, and air. Practice of these sounds. Around 80% of the problems, you can remove 80% of the problems of pronunciation. 80%. Rest 20% depends upon the environment, and then on the environment where you are. And if you want to challenge that environment, that can also be possible. Remember, these trainings are not for making you the English person, but for, acoustic and auditory system can be trained by you, so that you can listen a foreigner. If you listen a foreigner, you can understand immediately. Okay, and if possible, what harm is there if you speak in that way, so that the English people can understand you too in the same way. And we will be talking about the articulation of consonants. As said, consonants are both voiced and unvoiced in the early slides. Since relative force in producing per is greater than ber, so the sound per is called fortis and ber is called lenis. Since relative force, remember, since relative force in producing per is greater than ber, so the sound per is called fortis and ber is called lenis. In terms of vibration of vocal cords, per is voiceless, whereas ber is voiced consonant sounds. In addition to the distinctions we had made so far, we can describe consonant sounds in terms of manner and place of articulation. According to the manner of articulation, the consonant sounds are studied with these words like plosive is there, fricative is there, nasal is lateral, and approximant is there. Plosive is a complete closure. Okay, plosive sounds are those sounds which refers to a situation in the organs of speech when a complete closure is made somewhere in the vocal tract and the soft palate is also raised. Air pressure increases behind the closure and then released explosively, for example, p and b. Closure is made somewhere in the vocal tracts. The sound like p, b. You see, p sound is not being done unless you open the contracted or complete closure of two lips. Pa, pa. If you say, please practice. Pa, ba, pa, ba, ta, da, pa, ba, ta, da, pa, ba, ta, da. If you practice, please practice. Pa, ba, ta, da. You see, your organs of speech means both the lips or two important organs of speech are coming close together. Okay, they are tightly closed. They don't have any space through which the air can come. Okay, and explosion of air with the sound is happening here, right? Pa, ba, ta, da. In all these sounds you see, and that's why these sounds are called, according to the manner of articulation, these consonant sounds are called plosive sounds. Affricate is a complete closure is made somewhere in the mouth and the soft palate is raised. Air pressure increases behind the closure and then release more slowly than in plosive. It is soft than the plosive sounds. For example, ch and j, ch and j, ch and j. Okay, fricative is the ch and j. What is ch and j? You see, ta is complete closure. Okay, da is complete closure. Somewhere it refers to the complete closure. But when you pronounce it, sound like ch, and j. You see the complete closure is not possible here. The sound and the air comes through the sounds. The moment when you pronounce these two words ch and j, the sound is coming along with the air. So plosive is complete closure, affricate is complete closure in the mouth, but it is not, affricate is not complete as much as, means it is not complete to that extent as plosive is, right? So this is the basic difference between the plosive and affricate. Fricative, when two vocal organs come close together for the movement of air between them to be heard, for and b. If you pronounce f and b, two organs of speech come together, but the movement of air between them is being perceived by you when you pronounce the sound f and b. Nasal is ma and na. Lateral is la sound. Approximate r and w. Why? Because in terms of manner of articulation, you You can categorize the consonant sounds as plosive, affricate, fricative, nasal, lateral, approximate. What are the plosive sounds? Pa, ba, ta, da, ka, ga. These are the plosive sounds. Affricate, cha, ja. Fricative, fa, wa. Nasal, ma, na. Lateral, la sound. Approximate, ra, wa. In this way, you can remember sounds. Consonant sounds can also be understood in terms of place of articulation. In the previous slide, you see we understand the consonant sounds in terms of manner of articulation.